back again working on shelter quilts. This one I used some heart fabric and then my husband quilted the hearts. And then here I had some transportation material. I tried to work down some of my blues. On the next one with the dogs, you're trying to figure out why the sneaker material's there. But if you look at the dog print, he's playing with sneakers, so that kind of fit in. And that's the same disappearing 9 patch with an extra half. This guy looks hard, but actually I cut this 8-inch strip, selvage to selvage, sewed the brown on selvage to selvage. Then I cut it, and then you added the gold and you just twisted it. This is supposed to be a rail fence, keep flipping, but I didn't want my heart sideways, so I had to improvise on how to make it still work. Now we're going to go around to Winnie the Pooh that I didn't want to cut up. Here. Winnie the Pooh I didn't want to cut up, so I had to improvise. And then this one was Minky. It works great for back fabric, feel nice, but I'm not using it for a piece quilt again. This one I had to figure out how not to cut up the frogs because they look too nice. And then you notice along the edge my husband did frogs too. So I pieced it and he did the quilting and that made it work. And he had fun figuring that one out. Now this was, except for the green material, I had that I got from some kind of UFO from a sale. And I just laid it down and go, okay, let's see what'll happen. And it worked and I sized it to the back. And it interestingly, strangely matches the back, in a way. The green was the only fabric that I had from my collection and the binding that I had. This one, I got this fabric and the back for quite a while. And I couldn't cut up this, and I thought this guy would end up on the front because he didn't have as much cutting through, or he wouldn't aim. Then I decided like this. An interesting thing happened. These green extra places, I like where they float. So another time I might do a light in the middle like that again. And these are cut selvage to selvage. I measured it and then made the squares, whatever. Now, we're going for the next ones. Now these next two are the exact same pattern, different sizes, but the coloring and the sizing have an optical illusion that makes them a little different. First I'll show you this one. Notice how the dogs are in that. Now I'm going to fold it halfway so you can see the next one. Then I'm going to open it again so you I can compare them. See how this guy looks? The dark sort of makes it go inward more. And this one also has, I'm flipping it back, this one also has an extra row around the outside because I was trying to make it a little bigger and I figured it needed something. I just got it at a sale a few days before because I knew I needed something else but I wasn't sure what. And it just sort of works. And you notice the binding has a little bit of dots to go with the dots here and there. Now I'm going to go in the other room. First I'm going to put one pin so this doesn't fall down. Now we're going for this one. Okay. This one, I had done this quite a while. It's a stacked deck, and it's easy, but I couldn't figure out how to do. So I finally figured out, okay, that'll work. It has a little bit of that color, so it worked good. And there's a little bitty owls on here, and then I could use my owl back fabric I had. Okay, then we got this one. Huh? Huh?